2 says, what is the standard form equation of a line that passes through 0, -4 and has a slope of -7/8? So there's a couple of different ways I can think about this problem. So if we're going to do this algebraically or by hand, I'm going to use my point slope form. Let's see. A little bit bigger there. Y minus y1 equals m times x minus x1. So this is going to be my y1, and this is going to be my x1, and this is my slope. So I have y minus -4 equals -7/8 times x minus 0. Okay, x minus 0, well, that's just x. And -7/8 times that is -7/8 x equals, subtracting a negative is the same as adding a positive. Change. So y plus 4 equals -7/8 x. So I'm going to solve that by subtracting 4 from each side of the equation to isolate y so that we can put it into slope-intercept form. Y equals -7/8 x minus 4. I'm going to draw your attention to the fact that our y-intercept is -4. That's the point that was given to us in the problem. Because when x is 0, the y value is going to be on the y-axis, so it's the y-intercept. So our y-intercept is -4. We can take our slope-intercept form and we can turn it into standard form by multiplying by the denominator of any fractions there. But right now, it's just the slope. So I'm going to multiply this side by 8, and I'm going to multiply this side by 8. So I have 8y equals 8 times -7/8 x is -7x, and 8 times -4 is -32. Now, standard form is a special form, and it goes ax plus by equals c, and a, b, and c must be integers, if possible, and a must be positive. Must be positive. So I'm going to bring the 7x over here by addition. Okay, now that's not how we show that algebraically. So I'm going to back up so I can show you how that's really done. We're going to add 7x to both sides of the equation. And in doing so, we get positive 7x plus 8y equals -32. So my a is 7, my b is 8, and my c is -32. They're all integers, and a is positive. So my answer should be 7x plus 8y equals -32. And 7x plus 8y equals positive 32, not that one. 7x plus 8y equals -32. Our answer should be D. So now I want to show you how to verify on the calculator. Okay, so back on my calculator, I still have problem number 1 up. So I'm just going to add a new page so I get a nice pretty new graph. I'm going to add a graph. And I'm going to enter the slope-intercept form that we found. The slope was given as -7/8, so I'm going to type in -7/8 x, and the y-intercept, if you remember, was actually given to us as -4. They just didn't call it the y-intercept. We had to recognize that x was 0, therefore the y value given happened to be the y-intercept. All right, so I'm going to hit enter, see this graphed. All right, nice graph. Now I'm going to compare it to the answer that we chose, which was 7x plus 8y equals -32. So I'm going to go to Menu, Graph Entry Edit, Equation, Line, and look at that, line standard. I'm going to put in my A, B, and C values that we identified from the previous page. My A is 7, B is +8, and C is -32. 7, 8, -32. Is that right? Let's see. 7, 8, -32. All right. So now I'm just going to hit enter and see it graphed. Look at that. They graphed in the same spot. So I'm hovering over the graph right now, and you should see that it says equation plot E1. If I hit tab, just like it shows on the screen right here, if I hit tab, it'll cycle through the different graphs that are graphed in that same location. So I'm going to hit escape to get out of that. I'm going to come over here and I'm going to move these labels. So I'm going to click and hold, drag that out of the way. That was my standard form. And oops, escape. Click and hold, drag that out of the way a little bit. And that was my slope-intercept form. And we can see that they are graphed in the same place. They represent the same line.